Okay, let's talk about Doramon. I mean, we all grew up with him, right? The blue robotic cat from the future, that bottomless pocket full of amazing gadgets, and of course, his adventures with good old Nobita. It's a world we know and love, all about fun, friendship, and a little bit of sci-fi magic.
But what if that's not the whole story? What if, just beneath that happy, lighthearted surface, there are some pretty deep, unanswered questions? Fans have been digging into this stuff for years, and they've found some really strange things. Compelling theories that might, seriously, change how you see Doraemon forever.
All right, let's dive right into our first mystery. And trust me, it's a big one. We're talking about Doraemon's iconic 40 pocket. I mean, this thing is the source of everything, right? The anywhere door, the small light, you name it. But here's the question. Who or what is really in control of that thing?
So, the simple story we're all told is that the pocket is just, standard equipment for a robot cat. No big deal. But there's this incredible fan theory that suggests something totally different. What if that pocket isn't his at all? What if it's actually owned by some secret tech company from the future, a company that's using it to watch his every move and maybe even control his entire mission? And the evidence for this is actually pretty solid. Think about it. Do you remember that episode where his pocket completely malfunctions? He has to send it back to the future to get fixed, but we never find out who fixes it. It's just some mysterious, unnamed entity. This could mean a secret organization is watching over him, maybe even blocking certain gadgets unless he gets permission. Suddenly, that magic pocket looks less like a bag of tricks and more like a high-tech leash.
Okay, but the rabbit hole goes way deeper than just Doraemon's pocket. The biggest secrets might actually be hiding right in front of us, with Nobita's closest friends.
Let's start with Nobita himself. We all know him as the lazy, kind of clumsy kid, right? But have you ever noticed he's almost always writing in a diary? What could possibly be in there? Is he just complaining about homework, or is it something way more important?
Well, the theory goes like this. What if Doraemon told Nobita to write down everything about their adventures in time? That would make his diary a secret logbook, a super important record to make sure they don't accidentally mess up the timeline. If that's true, Nobita isn't just being a slacker, he's actually doing a critical part of the mission. And that would explain so much, like why he's so insanely protective of it. He goes to crazy lengths in a bunch of episodes just to hide that diary. But seriously, stop and think about it. With all the absolute chaos that follows these two, how has it never ended up in the hands of Jian or Suneo? Is it possible the diary has its own built-in gadget protection? Or maybe it holds the biggest clue of all to Doraemon's real purpose.
All right, let's pivot to Suneo for a minute. Yeah, he's the rich kid, always showing off his brand new toys, but don't some of his gadgets seem a little too advanced? I mean, how does a normal kid from our time get his hands on tech that's almost on par with something from Doraemon's future? So, the theory is, it's not just about his family having a lot of money. What if they have secret connections to the future tech market? Maybe there's a secret supplier who gives them prototypes, which would make Suneo kind of a clueless test subject for gadgets from the 22nd century. And there's actually a pretty good piece of evidence for this. Remember the episode Suneo's Super Toy? He brings out this drone that works almost exactly like one of Doraemon's gadgets. We're talking way beyond anything available in our time. So could there be some future force that's not only supplying him, but also protecting him, making sure these advanced toys don't end up where they shouldn't?
Which brings us to Shizuka. Now, she goes on a lot of these crazy time travel adventures, but have you ever really paid attention to how she acts? Nobita and the others are usually freaking out, but Shizuka, she's almost always totally calm, cool, and collected. Why isn't she as blown away by all the impossible things they see? Well, one really fascinating theory suggests that because she's destined to marry Nobita, she might have actually received special training from the future. That means her incredible calm isn't just her personality, it's preparation for the super important role she has to play in the timeline. And again, there are clues. In the Future Journey episode, Shizuka just casually handles the time machine's controls with zero fear. Plus, think about this. She never tells anyone about their adventures, ever. That kind of disciplined silence really makes it seem like she knows exactly what's at stake. Maybe she's not just there for fun. Maybe she's an active guardian of the future. Okay, and for our final mystery, we've arrived at the most puzzling character of them all. The loud, the aggressive, the sometimes genuinely terrifying bully of the group, Jian.
I mean, on the one hand, you've got the classic bully, right? He steals comics, he makes everyone suffer through his awful concerts, and he's always ready for a fight. But then, you see these surprising moments where he's this incredibly caring person, especially when his little sister, Jaiko, is involved.
This is what fans have started calling the giant paradox. It's this constant battle between his tough guy exterior and this really soft heart he keeps hidden away. So the question is he just a complicated kid, or is there some kind of external force at play here?
I mean, that soft side is definitely real. We've seen him cry while saving a dog. And he genuinely steps up to protect his friends when things get serious. One theory is that maybe a future gadget is being used to help balance his emotions. But there's another, much deeper theory, that his terrible singing is actually a subconscious way for him to hide how sensitive he really is from the world.
So let's recap. We've got a magic pocket that could be a surveillance device, a simple diary that might actually be a crucial logbook for the timeline, a group of friends who could have secret ties to the future, and a bully whose entire personality might just be an elaborate cover-up. Suddenly, the world of Doramon seems a whole lot more complicated, doesn't it?
So, what's the real story here? Are these just fun theories cooked up by some really creative fans? Or have we all been missing a much deeper, more complex story that's been hiding in plain sight this entire time? I'd love to know what you think. What's the real truth behind Doramon?